Okay, so here's the word test for the day. Hospice. What do you think of? Probably not very positive, unless you have actually had a hospice experience with a member of your family. And most particularly, if that experience took place at one of the facilities of Hospice of the Valley. Executive Director Susan Levine is here. And before you became the executive director and before you started into the hospice business, what did that word mean to you? Did you understand all of the things that hospices could be?
Absolutely not. I knew about it because I was in the community, and I am a nurse and was a nurse, and I knew it was a wonderful service. But I had no idea what the full-blown impact of it is on the family and the community, of this approach to care.
Well, with this visit, we're going to find out from you and some other people what Hospice of the Valley is, what hospice is. I want to find out from you what it isn't.
It is not negative and grim and the end. It is not that. I would venture to say that anybody who's had an experience would validate that. It is about gentle, loving care and hope by the day for quality and interaction with family, and being able to look out whatever window you want to look out and see whatever you're looking for, whether it's the birds or your own garden or looking at the beautiful blue sky. It's about living every day, being as comfortable as you can, and directing your own last chapter.
But in the past, some have been, and this isn't considered a competitive kind of conversation that we're going to have. Just as in any business, any service, there's good and there's bad. Are there more hospices that are coming around to thinking like Hospice of the Valley?
Across the country, there are wonderful hospices, and there are wonderful hospices in Maricopa County besides Hospice of the Valley. We are the only old not-for-profit, and we have a sort of a separate mission. We are operating not only like a business, but boy, oh boy, are we operating like our patients are the only important consideration. They are the top line and the bottom line of our focus.
Well, we've asked you to define hospice, define not-for-profit. What makes you different?
Every penny that we manage to put to the bottom line goes into programs for patients, special programs that are hard to fund, actually, like dementia programs. It's not a very sexy subject to talk to people about dementia, but we have done wonderful work with people in that last chapter of a dementia journey, and with the families, which is even more significant, giving them quality. We give them back the quality that they've been looking for. They sing with their family members. We have a special way of bathing that the family can participate in, so a person who's been dragged into a shower for the last year and trying to fight it and spitting all the way is now given a gentle, warm bed bath with warm towels just wrapped around like a womb, and the family participates. I mean, the care is distinctively different if you have enough bucks and staff to deliver this very specialized kind of care.
I guarantee you there are people right now watching this conversation that have not only never been introduced to hospice service, they haven't been interested in hearing about it.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those words that people associate with black crepe.
Mm-hmm. The Grim Reaper.
But in this case, having been at a couple of your facilities, socially and professionally, the staff that you have, that you seem to gather at each one of the locations, how many are there, by the way? How many
there are
locations?
18 inpatient units.
Just in this immediate
in Maricopa
County
mm-hmm.
area?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you manage to find these people.
I marvel at it every day. And I think people talk about hospice being a calling. I'm not sure, everybody means something different by that, but you sure are drawn to it or not. And I think a lot of clinical staff come to us saying, oh, this is what I always wanted to do when I went to nursing school, to social work school, to medical school. We have a lot of doctors working for us. This is what I wanted, to relate to patients, to see the patient as a member of a family, to know the family, to sit and visit for an hour, to hold hands and relate. That's why I went to medical school, and now I get to do it. So then the word spreads, and we have more applicants for every job than we can hire, which is a lovely position, and people love their jobs.
Let's clear up a couple of misunderstandings. First of all, you've told me already how proud you are of all the people who come in, but you're also especially proud of the ones who come in and then leave.
Oh,
your graduates.
Yeah. We should start a support group, a club, or something, a diploma. A lot of people are discharged from us. The percentage, goes around month to month. It goes up and down, but I have good friends who thought they were going to die, and I'll tell you, you come to hospice and you do better. And one of the reasons you do better, when you get out of the ICU and all of those mechanical things are gone, which are scaring you and depressing you and invading you, you come to us and we start from scratch to get you comfortable. Then we take a look at the whole person and adjust medications and nutrition. People get better. Hallelujah. We love it.
Well, the other area that might surprise some folks is that not only do they not have to come in, get better, and leave, you come to the house, and I'm thinking specifically about a family that you know and I know it's okay.
Absolutely.
Because Hugh has mentioned it himself on the air on my show several times. Your representative on television, Hugh Downs, whose wife, Ruth, lovely lady, healthy, dynamic, vital lady that she is, had an accident and she wasn't able to get around that easily, and so she was in a wheelchair, and you assisted with that kind of care that is also available
Home
to
health.
everybody.
Mm-hmm. Home health is the person who is going to get better. We do have a home health license. We do home health. It's the person who's had an accident, a big surgery. It might be fairly life-limiting at the time, not terminal, but just, really impactful. And those are the kind of patients we usually take, not the general recovery patients. But they have a nurse, a doctor, a nursing assistant assigned to them in and out of the home, help with everything. Tender, loving care at home. 95% of our patients are at home. I think you know that. Mm-hmm. So that many more patients do need to be in and out of the inpatient units. A lot of patients come to the Sherman home or any of the homes and get their symptoms under control and then go home. It's not uncommon to come out of a hospital, because if you find out something devastating and you're in the ICU when you find it out, and at the bedside somebody tells you about this, and now you know that you have a terminal illness, you don't anymore, with our healthcare system the way it is, you don't have a chance to sort of lay there for a few days and then go to the med-surg floor and be there for a week and a half or two to get used to the idea that you have a huge cancer. You go home once that's determined what's wrong with you and that you're stable. So we find a lot of patients come here almost like a step-down unit. They're getting used to the idea. They have all this staff to help them talk about it, give them some language for talking about it. We have patients of all ages, and if you're 48 and you just learned you have a terminal illness, you don't get used to that really quickly.
What about the ages?
All ages. We start with 4-day-olds. We probably have 1-day-olds, and we have 50 children on service right now. Not all at the very end of their lives. We're supporting them through the last couple of years often, because you do that for children. And so from children to, I think we have a 104-year-old right now. Love it, just love it. We had a couple who were each about 100, and had obviously been married forever and ever. I mean, that was their only marriage. And we just love those families. What a treat it is. Somebody said to him, how would you describe the longevity of your marriage? And he said, a good sense of humor, and she's a good cook. Mm-hmm. And they asked her, and she said, no comment.